3, 2, 1.
It's the Puff and Steph podcast.
Puff and Steph with you on a Friday. Feels so good. Does it?
Yay!
Does it feel good?
It does.
Friday is here. I have a wedding to DJ tomorrow, so I mean, Friday is just another day, really. But it is what it is.
Right.
I'm liking the fact that it's getting a little cooler. It's more my type of weather. I'm feeling it. I like it.
You know what? I love fall, but I do have to say I'm such a summer person, and we had a night game Wednesday night at Greenwood, and the game started at like 7:15, 7:30. I was freezing. Like, I wish that I had gloves with me, and it made me realize that I am not at all prepared for like cold weather. Like, this fall weather I love, but it scares me because I know winter's coming and I can't hang. Like, if it gets much cooler than it's been at night, I can't do it. I can't.
I mean, you own gloves and stuff, so just put them on.
I know, but I don't know. I would much rather stand outside when it's 110 degrees with humidity than to be out when it's freezing. I cannot deal with the cold weather. I just can't do it.
Well, you're dealing with it right now, depending on when people are listening to this, because Steph and I are golfing today. We'll give you a report next week on how it goes.
Yeah, I'm excited.
This is my third time golfing this week, so I'm not looking forward. The only thing I'm looking forward to the obviously fall and winter. I don't really like cold. Doesn't bother me at all. But you know, I just in the last few months I started getting back into golf, and now it's going to go away for the winter. Not a fan.
No, me neither.
Today's show brought to you by Freisinger Hyundai. Right off the price, right off the pike, and hot off the presses from Freisinger Hyundai. I'm going to go over some October specials right now. 2020 Elantras, Sonatas, Konas, and Santa Fe's 0% APR if you go through Hyundai Motor Financing. So check that out. Good credit, bad credit. Freisinger Hyundai wants to help you get into a new Hyundai. They can help people in all credit situations. Go check out Freisinger Hyundai, right on the price, right on the pike. So I don't know if you saw this. I posted this like two nights ago. I haven't had a chance to talk about it yet on the Puff and Steph page on Facebook. So I was actually driving. I met my buddy Scooter in Honeybrook. I don't even know where that is, but it's like east of us. And we played golf, and on the way home I needed to stop and get gas. So I stop and get gas. And someone pulls up at the pump right next to me, and they have a dog in their car, right? Not a big deal. People drive with their dogs all the time. And I went, "Hey, that's a nice dog." And she went, "Thanks." And then I said something dumb. And I was thinking on the way home how dumb it was. And I went, "Is it yours?"
What?
I don't know.
What a weird question.
I know, it's a total weird question, because here's the thing. It might not have been hers. It could have been, she could have been dog sitting. It could be a couple of reasons why it was someone else's dog in her car. But it's probably like a 95% chance that it's her dog.
Right. Very likely.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I don't know why I chose to say that next. I could have just said,
that is so funny.
I could have just said, "Hey, nice dog." And she said, "Thanks." And we moved about our lives, never to talk about her dog again or see each other ever again. But I wonder if she is thinking about this the last couple of days like I've been. I literally went, "Is it yours?"
And what did she say?
She goes, "Yep." And then that's it.
Yeah,
we didn't say anything.
See, maybe what you were like thinking in your mind was like, let's make small talk about the dog, because it will come as a surprise to nobody that I'm a big like small talk dog person. So I usually go with, what kind is it? Is it a girl or a boy? What's her name? And how old is he or she? Right. I'm big on like, let's get the details about your dog. But maybe it just came out wrong. And instead of saying, what's his name? You said, is it yours?
Is it your dog? Did you steal it? So dumb. So dumb. Anyway.
I get it.
I just thought you'd get a kick out of that if you haven't seen seen the post that I made. I do have some bad news. Disney is laying off 20,000 employees because of COVID-19. It's hammering the theme park operations, obviously. About 67% of the affected workers were part-time employees. It's unclear what the breakdown was. Disney has furloughed many workers since April, was continuing to pay health benefits. However, given this the staying power of this pandemic, the company says it's no longer able to continue doing so. So I'm wondering, like, everything about now. I think I told you this. I almost went to the Disney internship program in college.
Yes.
Like, I got measured for the suits and stuff, and I was either going to be the Beast or at least audition for the Beast for Beauty and the Beast, or the big blue guy in Monsters Inc. Sully, yeah, that's right.
Right.
I always forget his name. And I was going to go do that, and then just kind of decided last minute that it wasn't right for me. But when I was going through the orientation process, they're like, everything at Disney's like pretty magical. Even like behind the scenes, everyone's really peppy and upbeat. And I mean, I don't know how much they're lying to you to try to get you to come into the world, but like, I'm wondering how they let people go. Is it like a song and dance or something? Like, hey, guess what? You're laid off. Hey, now. Guess what? Get out the door. Hey, now. Guess what? Your final check will be mailed to you. Get off the property now. You know?
Right, because it wouldn't be in the spirit of Disney to just be like, hey, Joe. Yeah, it's Tom. No, you're laid off. We can't pay you anymore. Like, that's not very magical.
It's like, ha, don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out, ha!
I bet you that they like mail you a box and like a bunch of like butterflies come out of it, and then in the side it's just like you're laid off. But it's still magical.
Is it? Now, I never want to be assaulted, but if I was going to be assaulted, I'd want to be assaulted this way. Just follow me here. A Port Charlotte, Florida man was arrested for allegedly slapping his girlfriend with a slice of pizza.
Oh, that is not a bad way to be assaulted. You're right.
She was throwing things away last Wednesday night, including a pizza box she thought was empty. Her boyfriend told her not to throw his things out. He became angry. She threw the pizza box back into the apartment. A couple of slices came out. He picked up a piece of pizza and just kind of across the face. Just whack.
Wow. Yeah, that probably wouldn't even hurt. I mean, pizza's pretty, like, soft and cushy.
She called the cops. When a deputy got to the scene, he saw red sauce and food topping on the woman's face. Plus, some of it got in her clothes as well. He was charged with battery. Should he be charged? Yeah, I mean, by the definition of the law, yeah, he did it. But, I mean, if she just went like this while he was swinging the pizza at her, just open his mouth, problem solved. Not only
it would have worked out
he
well.
helped you, it almost would have been romantic, like he was feeding you.
You're so sweet.
Right? Here's the thing. When I order a slice of pizza, right, I am very diplomatic with it. Or when I order pizza, half the pizza's mine, half the pizza's the wife's. All right? So when it gets down, like after like a day, so like the next day, and dinner time rolls around, I'll do one of these, like, hey, are you gonna eat? Because I've already eaten all my slices by then. I mean, come on. So I'll be like, hey, are you gonna eat? Were you planning on eating those slices of pizza for dinner? And if she goes, no, it's mine. Pizza does not like sit out to the point where you're like, should we throw this away? At all. Like, it's done by the next day, at the most the day after that.
You know what? I should have brought you our leftover pizza. When we had a game the other night, we got the girls pizza because we had a night game. There was like an awkward break between school and the game. They needed to eat dinner. They knew we were bringing them pizza. And you know what? I love them to death, but I have to say I was disappointed. A bunch of them went to Sheetz and got food at Sheetz, and then they didn't even eat the pizza we brought them. So then there was all this leftover pizza. It was a tragedy.
You know, I talked to you about coming to a game this year and potentially bringing the girls food.
Yes.
But now that I know that they disrespect like that, maybe I won't. Maybe,
I know. I love them, but they disrespected it.
Maybe
It's
they
not
don't.
cool.
Man, maybe they don't deserve it. Coming up in just a couple of minutes. Is this true love?
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
Freisinger Hyundai, a refreshingly different car buying experience. Freisinger Hyundai dedicates itself to customer satisfaction. From the initial sale to the maintenance you'll need during the life of the vehicle, Freisinger Hyundai treats you like family. Check out their large selection of both the latest Hyundai lineup to certified pre-owned and used vehicles. Come see how Freisinger Hyundai drives the difference and tailors the purchase process to your needs. Right on the price, right on the pike. Freisinger Hyundai, 6115 Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg, 717-766-8422. During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Great news, everyone! American Shaman of PA's doors are back open for normal operations, and they're ready to bring you the much-needed relief that you've been waiting for. They care about their customers, and their customers keep coming back for more. Steve K says, American Shaman products drastically decrease my back pain and relieve my stress in just 1 month. Thank you. Stop by your local American Shaman of PA store for a free CBD sparkling water and free samples. Find their locations and more at hempushealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part. It's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph Podcast.
You need, Steph, to find yourself a man that'll break you out of prison. A guy hijacked a helicopter in midair last Friday in an attempt to break his wife out of a Belgian prison. This is what happened. The dude's name is Mike. He gave a false reason for hiring a chopper. He said, yeah, I totally want to hire a chopper to go from point A to point B. Well, he hired the chopper, and while it was in midair, he held what was found out later to be a fake gun up to the pilot and said, no, we're not going to Destination B. We're going to this prison to break my wife out.
No.
Yeah, he wanted to break his wife out of prison. She was being held on suspicion of murdering an ex-boyfriend.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. The helicopter circled the prison several times, but the pilot was unable to land within the courtyard. There was no room. The reason why we're talking about this is because this story gets so funny. So the pilot was circling the prison, right? Circle, 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 circle. And the guy who hijacked the helicopter was like, why are we going in so many circles? And he got sick and threw up out of the helicopter.
Nuh-uh. Oh, the poor guy. He was just going in for a day's work and he ends up sick and hijacked.
No. The guy that hijacked the plane threw up.
Oh,
not the pilot.
Not the actual pilot.
No, the pilot just kept circling saying, hey, I can't land. There's no place to land. And the dude who hasn't been on too many helicopters threw up because it kept circling and got nauseous.
Oh, well, good. That's what you get.
Yeah. So giving up on his plan, he ordered the pilot to fly to a waiting getaway car. Not long after that, the guy was found with his 50-year-old father. The pilot of the helicopter was fine. As soon as he dropped the guy off, he got back up and flew back to the airport. But the bad guy's father was waiting for him in a car because that's where the getaway vehicle was going to be after they sprung his wife out of the prison, which I have questions about, and we're going to talk about that in a second. Here's one of the ways that they ended up catching him. He used his own name while booking the helicopter.
No, we didn't.
Yes, his full name was Mike Gielan. Mike Gielan. So they're like, Mike Gielan. The cops are like, this can't be this guy's real name. Let's just check it out just to be sure. And sure enough, it was Mike Gielan. Good job, Mike Gielan.
He gave his legit information.
He did.
Here's my driver's license. Here's my address.
He did. All right, so a couple of questions and then the ultimate one. He was going to fly into the prison courtyard to break his wife out. He didn't know where his wife was. So what the heck was he going to do? Like, the guards in prisons, not all of them, but they have access to weapons, like weapons. How are you going to break your wife out? Okay, step one, hijack a helicopter. Done. The second you get out of that helicopter to go break your wife out of her jail cell, you think that helicopter pilot's going to sit there and wait for you? He's going to fly away.
Hey man, do you mind just waiting? No, it's cool. Take your time.
It's not like a taxi cab or an Uber driver. You hijack this dude's helicopter. Okay?
Right.
So that's one. Then you got to go through the prison, track down your wife. We don't know how big this prison is. Do you know what jail cell she's in? Do you know what cell block she's in? Do you know what her prisoner number is? Do you have any way of locating her? No. So now you're just rummaging around this women's prison trying to find your wife who probably killed her ex-boyfriend.
Hey, have you seen my wife, Brenda? Short, dark hair, possibly killed her ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
Do you know where she is?
All right. So then you got to find her. Then you got to break her out. Are the guard's just going to let you go? No. So you got to fight off who knows how many guards, get into the awaiting helicopter for you, then go fly to your dad's car. Like,
Right.
dude, this was not going to go well for you.
Not well thought out.
However, beyond the fact that this failed miserably, and it did, is this romantic? This guy wanted to break his wife out of prison.
Honestly, I think it's kind of romantic. I mean, to find a guy that would go that far out of his way to formulate a horrible plan that's not going to work out just to break you out because he misses you, it's kind of sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Find yourself a man who will break you out of prison, ladies.
Or attempt to.
That's the key to true happiness. He'll hijack a helicopter, fight his way through multiple guards with a fake gun just to find you and break you out of prison. Have you ever heard the whole learn from your mistakes? Like, learn from your mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, apparently that's a load of crap. Check this out.
Really? Because I say that to the field hockey team.
Yep. Well, hopefully they don't watch or listen to this. A study finds that if you study your mistakes in order to learn from them, you're more likely to make the same mistake. Really?
Oh, no.
Researchers suggest forgetting your mistakes and only remembering your successes is much better for you. So basically, your head is in the sand. It kind of makes sense. Do you ever meet someone with a ton of confidence who maybe shouldn't have as much confidence as they do?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You're like, where does that come from?
Right. Okay, let's just talk about a dude. Right? Let's talk about a guy. Let's say this guy goes up to tons of girls in a bar and was like, yo, can I get your number? And he gets just like denied, but he keeps doing it. It's because 6 months ago, one time, a girl was like, yeah, sure, and gave him her number, and that's all he remembers. He only remembers his successes. He doesn't remember the tons of failures.
So that's what we should be doing?
Apparently, I look at football, okay? And you have a quarterback. Let's say you have who's a really good quarterback in the league? Let's say Aaron Rodgers, okay? I'm not going to say Carson Wentz because he sucks this year, no offense.
I know.
So, but even this might be good for him. Aaron Rodgers has a game where he throws 3 interceptions and 1 touchdown. Well, the game before, he threw 5 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. He's better off remembering that game.
Sorry.
It's all right. He's better off remembering the game of the 5 touchdowns and 0 interceptions than actually trying to learn from what happened with the 3 interception and 1 touchdown game.
See, but I know that these people are scientists and they know what they're talking about far more than I do.
Do they?
But to me, supposedly, but to me, like, he should look at maybe some of his failures and go, oh, why did that interception happen? I should work on not doing that same thing again. You know?
It's almost like celebrities. Like, like Jennifer Lopez, perfect example. She's been married like 37 times.
Right.
And she just keeps getting married because one of her marriages lasted a few years.
That is a good example.
Right? One of her marriages lasted a few years instead of a couple months. So, hey, I am capable of doing this. So then she went and married A-Rod.
Right.
You know,
That's right.
I don't know if this is the right thing to do or not. As a coach, because I've been a baseball coach, you're a field hockey coach. It's like you want to tell them, hey, do you understand why that happened? Think about that and don't do it again. But instead of, they're saying that maybe instead of doing that, you should say, hey, nice pass that one time. You know?
See, but, right. And I'm big on, like, the positives. Like, I'm always...
Man, your dogs are having fun today. Steph left to take care of her dogs.
So I am big on focusing on the positives, but at the same time, if we made a mistake, it's like, hey, don't do that again, you know?
Right.
And I am a big overthinker, so when I lay in bed at night, I think about everything that I did that day that I wish I could change and how I would do it differently.
Wait, is that really? That's something you do all the time? You lay in bed at night and think about everything you did that day and what you would have done differently?
It's shocking, isn't it?
No, I'm actually like, really? That's a thing you do?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I overthink everything. You know that.
I know you
Did I offend
overthink
that
things.
person with the way that I said that?
But you really think like almost every night you're doing that?
I do it a lot when I'm like thinking about my day. Like, what could I have done differently? And I'm not just gonna sit there and be like, nope, I'm perfect, I'm great, nothing needs to change. You know what I mean?
It's the self-confidence. Maybe this would be best for both of us if we just completely forget all the bad stuff, focus on all the good stuff, and just act like there's nothing wrong at all.
You know what, though? I don't think I can live like that. I don't think I can physically do it.
I don't know. I'm going to try it, see what happens. Coming up next, these guys have it all wrong. All wrong.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
Freisinger Hyundai, a refreshingly different car buying experience. Freisinger Hyundai dedicates itself to customer satisfaction. From the initial sale to the maintenance you'll need during the life of the vehicle, Freisinger Hyundai treats you like family. Check out their large selection of both the latest Hyundai lineup to certified pre-owned and used vehicles. Come see how Freisinger Hyundai drives the difference and tailors the purchase process to your needs. Right on the price, right on the pike. Freisinger Hyundai, 6115 Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg, 717-766-8422. During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Great news, everyone! American Shaman of PA's doors are back open for normal operations, and they're ready to bring you the much-needed relief that you've been waiting for. They care about their customers, and their customers keep coming back for more. Steve K says, American Shaman products drastically decrease my back pain and relieve my stress in just 1 month. Thank you. Stop by your local American Shaman of PA store for a free CBD sparkling water and free samples. Find their locations and more at hempushealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part, it's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph Podcast.
I'm telling you, Steph, I sit here at home unemployed other than doing this show, and I'm looking at these businesses that are just doing things wrong and could really use someone like me to come in and tell them how to do things. I'm going to give you a perfect example. Five. Oh, man, your dogs are going nuts.
I know.
Man, it's rough getting through this show. All right. You know, there's plenty of room in this studio for you to show up. Anyway, 5 African grey parrots who were adopted by the Lincolnshire Wildlife Park in England have been taken off display because they swear at guests.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Park staff say the parrots, which were adopted together just a few weeks ago, have taught each other to curse. Within 20 minutes of being in front of customers, the birds were swearing at them. Man, seems like... Are you sure there's not a dogfighting ring in your house right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
I promise there's not.
All right, so basically, within 20 minutes of being in front of customers, the birds were swearing at them. Although the staff found it hilarious, along with many of the visitors, who actually encouraged them to do it, the parrots have been put in, quote, timeout. The plan is for the birds now to release them back into the park separately so they can't encourage each other to swear. All right.
So they're bad influences on each other.
Right. So here's the deal. I have heard so many times that zoos are in trouble. We need to fund zoos. Zoos are always looking for donors, big donors, small donors. If you ever go to a zoo, they'll be like, hey, you know, it costs X amount to enter, but if you want to make a donation, because, you know, the zoos seem to always be this close to closing, and all the animals, they'll just kill them or whatever they do. I don't think they kill them.
It is sad.
I think they move them, but it's, you know, yeah. How about this? How about you don't put away your parrots, put them in timeout, you promote them. Come to the Lincolnshire Wildlife Park, where we have the world's only swearing parrots, and promote it and get people that want to come and be cussed out by birds. I would pay so much money for a bird to call me names. I would be so down for that. I would, film it. I would put it all over YouTube, which is in turn free marketing for the zoo. You're so stupid. You're so I'll never understand some of these people who are in positions of marketing. You ever see a marketing piece, whether it's a television commercial or radio commercial or YouTube thing that pops up or on Facebook, and it's dumb, and you're like, who thought of that? That's stupid. And we've talked about things like that too. I would pay so much money to go watch birds swear. I'd sit there on a bench and just watch them for an hour, just cuss each other out. It'd be great.
Right, it's so unique. They need to take advantage of that, because a lot of people would probably pay to see those birds do a show.
Yeah. And it costs you nothing. Just let the birds swear. It's funny. Come on. And it said right in the article, park guests also found it funny, but it's probably one Karen out there, and it's a British Karen. Oh, I'm offended. Oh, someone needs to do something about these birds. This is terrible. Absolutely.
Did you hear what that parrot said to me?
Absolutely terrible. Oh, I should write some sort of correspondence.
Yep, somebody complained. I bet that's what it is. Some fun sucker, and now they ruined it for everybody.
Absolutely. They should be like, hey, come to Lincolnshire Wildlife Park and watch these birds swear at each other. It's jolly good fun. That's what they should do.
I'd go see it. I'd see it.
In a heartbeat. All right, it's time to stump Steph. The average American does this about 4 times a day. What is this? It's very broad. So questions are probably key here.
Is this something you do at home?
You can do it on phone or at home, but you can also do it anywhere.
Okay. Do you do it by yourself?
You can do it by yourself, but you can also do it with others.
4 times a day.
I probably do it a couple of times a day. I know I did at least a couple times yesterday. I'd imagine you're right around there, two to four times.
Is it something that's like good for you, or is it bad for you, or is it?
It can be good for you. I don't really think it's necessarily bad for you in any way, but it could be good for you.
And what's the purpose of doing it?
Knowledge.
Oh, Googling something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I do this all the time. And then sometimes I look back at my Google searches and I'm like, why did I search how long does it take to get to Mars? You know?
Yeah, why did I search how hard is it to teach a bird how to swear? I just, all right. The average American does this about 20 times a day. What is it?
20 times a day. Is this something you do by yourself?
Yep.
Do you do it at home?
Yep.
What room of the house do you do it in?
Kitchen.
Oh, opens the fridge and stares at it.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. 20 times a day.
You know what? I find myself doing it when I'm legit not even hungry.
Bored.
I'm just like, let's just look in here again.
You're bored.
No, nothing.
Yep, you're bored. All right, those went quick, so let's do one more. This is scary. This one's scary, okay? The average person does this about 6 times an hour. What is it?
Checks their phone.
No. And you'll understand why I said it's scary because of the times we live in.
Because of COVID or because of technology?
COVID.
Oh, 6 times an hour. You're not washing your hands that often. Are they like thinking about getting COVID? Worrying about it?
No.
Does it have to do with hygiene?
I mean, I guess in a way.
And it's caused by COVID? Like we're doing this because of COVID?
No. This is before COVID. It'll be after COVID.
6 times an hour. Do you do it 6 times an hour?
Probably. I don't know. I don't think about it.
Ooh. Something you do like subconsciously. You don't even think about it?
Yeah.
6 times an hour. I'm trying to think of things that I'm doing. Do you do it with your hands?
Yes.
Touch your face.
You were literally doing it while you were trying to think of it. You were like this. What could it be? You're like touching your face.
I just have no idea.
Oh man, what do we do 6 times an hour? What could it be? Oh man. Yeah, you touch your face. All right. Well, everyone, we hope you have a fantastic weekend. We'll be back on Monday to hang out and have some laughs and touch our faces. We will see you guys then. Bye-bye.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.